Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from Chicago. As usual, yes, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. I never wanted a fez. I never wanted a bonnet. As a result of this channel, I've got both. And now I present you with the bonnet fez. Or the fez bonnet. I don't know. I don't know which one we should put first. It doesn't really matter. Let's just wear them all, I say. All right. All right. I'm doing a bit of a test because I've got some issues in the back that I won't bore you with, but I'm trying to figure out if my stuff is ever going to work again. It's really not on my end. I mean, like when I mute myself, that's me. I know that. When I screw up the lighting, that's me. When I have the gain too high, like earlier today, that's me. Then there's other stuff that's not me that I'm not going to bore you with, but people get really irritated with me about. And all I can do is test it and hope it's fixed. That's all I can do. But nonetheless, Zach has come through for me yet again. Mr. Rootvik shows up to his hearing. We haven't heard from him for a while. He was supposed to be up, but he didn't show up or something. It must have gotten continued, but we've got a little bit. For those of you who don't know who Mr. Rootvik is, Mr. Rootvik is, walks around this apartment complex acting like a psychopath. I don't know. That's the way I'm going to characterize it. But if you don't believe me, you know what? If you don't believe me, I've got a voicemail. I've played it before, but I've got a voicemail from Rootvik, and you tell me how you feel about it. He left a nice little message on my machine, and it was something like this.
Mr. Gravelin, this is Eric Rootvik again. You might want to call me back because if I don't hear from you, I'll take next steps, which will be far more invasive than a simple bar complaint. And we could settle this amicably. But if you want to go the hard way, that's fine. Mr. Gravelin, this is Eric.
Oh yeah. He left that on my. I don't know what he thinks he has to talk with me about. I'm not interested in talking to him. I laugh at his hearings. I laugh at him making a jerk out of himself. I will continue to do so. I don't feel the need to have a direct discussion with him for any reason. Oh, so there you have it. All right. So that's just a little refresher. That's a little refresher. I think if you're going to listen to that, you really should have a bonnet fez on. Let's see what he's up to today.
City's ready.
Okay, so we're back on the record.
I'm waiting on a witness that Nora is coming back. I'm not.
And Your Honor, I do want to make a record on Mr. Rootvik's cases before we go forward. My office previously withdrew from his current pending matters based on a breakdown in communication. I was able to speak with him this morning about his rights and the maximum penalties, and I'm happy to make bail arguments on his behalf, but I don't know that it's appropriate for my firm to be appointed if he, it sounds like he wants counsel in this case.
Okay, we can make that record when it's appropriate. Okay, if we're ready to proceed, so we are here for an arraignment for allegation of theft in the third degree. Counsel, have you had a chance to go over the charge with your client for the day?
Yes, Your Honor.
So is there a request for a formal reading, or is there a waiver? I'm not telling you to do one thing or the other. I'm just asking if there is one.
Mr. Rootvik, do you wish the judge to read you the complaint? Or are you happy to just get a copy of that
Complaint, it just says
that you're charged with theft?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll waive formal reading, Your Honor, and enter pleas of not guilty.
Okay, so okay. We have to, sorry, I have the other document in front of me here. So, sir, are you Eric Rootvik?
I am.
So, Mr. Rootvik, you've been charged, as your attorney has acknowledged, the attorney, at least for this hearing, has acknowledged with theft in the third degree, which is a gross misdemeanor, punishable by up to 364 days in jail, a $5,000 fine, or any combination of those two things. You were given a statement of defendant of rights and arraignment. Have you seen this document?
Yes.
Did you have a chance to go over it and have any questions that you may have had about it answered by Ms. O'Brien?
I understand the charges. Yes.
Okay. Did you understand your rights at today's hearing? That's the document I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Without telling me the questions, any questions that you had at all about that document that Ms. O'Brien was unable to answer for you?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Well,
about
I'm asking if you had any questions about it. Were they
Oh.
answered?
Well, I didn't get to read through it completely, but no, I don't have any questions. I assume it's
Oh, big dummy. Talking smack on my voicemail, but he's a timid little fairy in court, isn't he?
just that I'm charged. I have a right to counsel, and
He's asking about that rights form. I shared my screen with you and we went through.
yes, she showed me the form, but I was talking while it's hard for me to read while I'm also
Yeah, I know. It's hard for you to read. You're not too bright.
talking to people. So I didn't. I don't think there's a problem. So,
Well,
Would you like more time to go over those rights with me, Mr. Rootvik?
Yeah, we'll sit you out there so you can take a chance to read it. I'm not going to arraign you unless you've had a chance to go over it to your satisfaction.
well, if we could hear from my witness, Nora Ganay, first, so she can go on with her day.
No, we have to make sure that we do things.
No, dummy. You don't set the schedule in court. This is a preliminary matter before we start doing any of that other stuff. You just want to throw your little hissy fit. Judge isn't having it. Go read your 11 sentences. If you can read, I don't know. Try to do it without moving your mouth or using your finger. But if you have to, it's okay. It's okay. We understand.
Order. The first is that you understand your rights at today's hearing, and then we'll enter the plea of not guilty that your attorney asked me to do, but I cannot proceed unless you've acknowledged that you have been made aware of your rights and that you understand them.
If she can send that document over to me, I will read through it real quickly.
Just that.
Okay,
or
let's,
have a hard copy, or I can share my screen with him again.
Mr. Dale, can you just put them in a breakout room and then they can figure out what the best way to proceed is? This won't take very long. It's only 11 sentences, so I don't think we're going to be here all day.
All right. Sorry about that.
No worries. While they're in the breakout room, we'll go off the record briefly.
Sorry about that. Sorry about intentionally being a jerk. No, you're not. No, you're not. All right. I got something. This is Alyssa's fault. Take it up with her. That's all I'm saying.
That conversation alleges you threatened to slap the shit out of that person, called her bees, and was talking about her mother. And it's on film. All right, Mr. Free.
Okay. We're not doing that case. That was the best part of that case. I just clipped that because I thought it was a good intro material. We're doing another case on the same call. Let's do it.
Friedman, you're muted again.
Your Honor, I met with Mr. Boyd and Mr. Reed, and neither one of them want to settle their cases. They want to have hearings.
Okay, well, hold on. The court will call the case of Melvin T. Walls Manor versus Roosevelt Boyd, case number 25C3498.
Ellis Friedman for the plaintiff.
Mr. Roosevelt Boyd, please unmute your device.
If you didn't know, y'all stink. Okay, that's just my opinion.
Please state your name, Mr. Roosevelt Boyd.
Roosevelt Boyd.
All right, Mr. Roosevelt Boyd. All right, the court will recall the case of Melvin T. Walls Manor versus Roosevelt Boyd, case number 25C3498.
Ellis Friedman for the plaintiff.
Mr. Roosevelt Boyd, please state your name again.
Yes.
Please state your name again, sir.
Boyd.
All right. Mr. Boyd, first of all, can you remove your hat?
Oh, I'm cold as the devil.
Secondly, I understand you want to have a hearing, and Mr. Friedman, are you prepared to go at this time?
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Boyd, you want to have your hearing? We can do your hearing. Mr. Friedman, you can call your first witness.
It would be Eric Temple.
All right. Mr. Temple, are you there? Please unmute, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Mr. Temple, you are the CEO of the management company, Temple Associates, that manages Melvin P. Walls,
Yes, sir.
and you're familiar with the tenancy of Mr. Boyd,
Yes, sir.
and you prepared a demand for possession for damage or health hazard to the property, in which you listed numerous violations of the lease that were contained in the notice to quit, which include multiple calls to the fire department in May of 24 for unattended food burning on the stove. March 10th, inspections for housekeeping where signs of smoking clearly evident in the unit. March 17th, 25, you issued a written notice for violating the smoking rule. March 24th, strong odors of smoking were detected inside the unit. April 14th and June 9th, staff morning rounds, strong odors of marijuana were detected lingering outside the unit. Were those allegations correct when you made them?
Yes, sir.
And they would constitute violations of the no smoking policy contained in his lease. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
And is it also correct that under HUD rules, smoking of any kind is prohibited, whether it be cigarettes or marijuana or anything else? And there's no smoking in a HUD regulated property. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And is in your opinion, does Mr.
I got to get my iPad working, and it is playing something. So give me a minute.
Well, at least you're not muted.
All right, go ahead. No, I'm there. I need to take notes, and I need to be in the right place.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Are you satisfied that
I can't get over that Judge Washington laughed. That's rare.
pursuant to the HUD regulations and the terms of his lease, Mr. Boyd has knowingly violated the terms of the lease and the policy?
Yes, I am. And he also informed HUD that he was not just smoking, but he was baking marijuana brownies. He called the HUD office to report it and said that was not illegal, but HUD notified me it was.
Wait, whoa. Couple of things. How do you know that he informed HUD of that? And how is that not hearsay?
It's not hearsay. He informed us also at the hearing, and he also informed HUD, and HUD informed me in the hallway as they were doing the
Sir,
review.
you don't get to decide whether it's hearsay or not, first of all.
Oh,
But-
I'm sorry for saying that. I apologize.
Secondly, are you saying that he told you that directly, that
It's not hearsay, woman. Stop it. I'm in the middle of talking here.
he
Yes,
was?
he told us in the hearing directly,
It was a meeting.
It was a meeting.
informal hearing.
Oh, okay. All right. So he made an admission. I find that it's not hearsay because it's an admission. So in this hearing, he indicated that he was making marijuana. He was baking it, or what did you say?
He was baking it to make brownies and stuff, so that's why the hallways were smelling.
Okay.
Of course, the defendant here just says he was making pancakes, making bacon pancakes, making bacon, and I put it in a pancake.
All right, you may continue.
Okay,
At
not
the
really.
time of the informal meeting, Mr. Temple, Mr. Boyd had legal representation. Is that correct?
Yes,
And at that time, did we not agree that we would give him some extra time to move, and he would have until August 15th, 2025 to move, and he agreed to that, and he agreed to that with the knowledge and advice of counsel. Is that correct?
that's correct. We offered him August 1st. He asked for extended time. We gave
I like me some Adventure Time. I really do.
Gave him till August 15th.
And as of August 15th, he did not move.
No, he did not.
Your Honor, I believe that the plaintiff has met its burden. We've got multiple violations, admitted violations, and admitted violation of an agreement to move that was made with counsel, not to mention the fact that he continues to do so.
These inspections that occurred, were you at any of those inspections, Mr. Temple?
Yes, I was at 2 of them.
Which two?
I believe I was with the HUD once in April. One was in April, and I think one was in like June when we did the total inspection. I can't remember the exact dates, but I know I attended with HUD, and I attended also with the 100% REACT inspection.
And when you attended those inspections, did you visibly see or smell any indications of smoke?
Yes, ma'am, I did. And
What did you see or
well,
what
you
did you
could
observe?
you can see, you could smell the smoke real strong. The REACT inspector said it, and so did HUD, and he
I don't want you to tell me
Okay,
anything anybody
what I
said.
said. Okay, I know, I hear what you're saying. So yes, I did smell it, and he did say something to me about it. He's saying that it wasn't him, or it was from the hallway or whatever, but he knew that there was smoke in his unit, and I was there present.
Okay, you can't tell me what he knew or anything he said to you. That's not an admission. I just want to know what you observed.
I smelled smoke in the unit. The unit was smelled very smoky.
In this May 22nd, 2024, multiple calls made. Do you know who made those calls?
I think it's set up. No, I do not know who made them. It was set off by the alarm.
Oh, the alarm went off in the building? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. Were you there when that incident occurred?
No, I was not.
Anything further in terms of evidence, Mr. Friedman?
In terms of evidence, I guess the only thing I would say is that we really didn't get a denial at the informal hearing or informal meeting when we had it. He admitted to baking marijuana in his room, and he thought it was okay to bake it because he wasn't quote unquote smoking it, but he was literally baking marijuana in his oven, and it was causing.
Well, that is actually kind of interesting because it's legal in Michigan. I don't know why he couldn't do it other than it's going to throw off a really strong smell and affect other people. And they get into that very discussion coming up.
The smell of marijuana to permeate the building. And
which rule does that violate?
Well, I think it's a form of smoking when you're baking the marijuana and you're sticking your head in the oven door to smell it. I'd say it's smoking marijuana. But we have Mr. Temple's on-site observations of the smell of cigarettes and marijuana coming from that room in that room, from his own personal inspections, along with the fact that he was accompanied by 2 other inspecting groups.
But the thing is, whatever those other inspecting groups saw, they're not here today. So I only have to go on what Mr. Temple can test. And if you want additional time to bring in some additional people, we can do that. But right now, I have to go on what Mr. Temple said.
Well, if you don't believe that if you don't believe that that's sufficient, then I would go to that 24th date and bring in some other folks to testify.
I haven't decided whether I think it's sufficient or not. I'm still thinking about that.
Okay.
The baking thing, I don't know if that arises to the level of smoking marijuana. So that's one of my concerns. Whether it meets a different definition of creating an environment that is affecting everybody else around them, that's a different story. But I don't think it violates the smoking policy necessarily.
I agree with Judge Washington there. She's like, I'm not sure it's kosher, but I wouldn't characterize it as smoking. It isn't. It's baking with it, and You can attack it on other grounds, but calling it smoking does not work.
Certainly is it's creating a noxious odor to the rest of the.
Yeah, and which policy is that so I can read
Yeah,
it?
better.
Well, it would certainly be interfering with the peaceful enjoyment of their units for the people in the hallway who frankly complain about
Correct.
it.
I agree with that. But what I'm trying to figure out which policy, which numbers it violates, which in the lease that he signed, where is that?
Well, I'll just find it here.
All right, so it's going to be under excessive noise and disturbances. Number 1, nothing shall be done by the resident in or about the building in the apartment community that will interfere with the rights, physical health, safety, peaceful enjoyment, comfort, property, or convenience of the other residents. The resident.
This is so confusing. I have to put on my Fez bonnet thinking cap.
And his or her guests shall not disrupt the livability of the project, adversely affect the health or safety of another resident or their rights to quiet enjoyment.
You've summarized it better than I did.
And then
She didn't summarize it. She read it, which admittedly is more than you did.
the lease also says upon a complaint to management, about an unreasonable disturbance, management shall send a warning letter to the resident who caused the disturbance.
Which we did.
All right, what's the evidence you're submitting for that?
It's in the summary. We sent him a warning on March 17th, 2025. March 10th, we sent him a notice regarding having heavy signs of smoking evident in the unit. March 17th, we sent him a letter regarding smoking. March 24th, we indicated that he had been inspected and smoking was observed again. He's been notified on multiple occasions of his violations of smoking policy and lease violations.
All right, so are you admitting those as exhibits for the court?
We would ask that the exhibits that are attached to the notice to quit and were attached to our complaint, we'd ask that those exhibits be admitted.
Thank you. Any further evidence today?
Not today.
All right, thank you. Mr. Boyd?
Yes, ma'am.
The plaintiff has rested, and so now it's your opportunity to say what you want to say to me. If there's anything you want to say, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and
Mr. Boyd is disappointingly reasonable. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still stupid, but he isn't like good, fun, stony stupid. The points he's making make sense. And I was so disappointed.
nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may proceed.
First
Go ahead.
First of all, they got a grudge against me because I've been in this court before for eviction, and I won. So after that, it was a short time after that, I was cooking and burnt some stuff on the stove. So the fire department came and they realized it was only food, and it really was no danger to the apartment. But I had it under control. I had fans on, the windows open, the smoke going out. Which I was at home when they watching TV and had the eye up too high. By the time I go in there to turn it down, the alarm goes off. So the fire department came out, no problem. Next time, I did that 2 or 3 times. I left the stove on or something like that. I admit that, okay, leave the fire on accidentally, but it's still under control. There wasn't no hazard of fire, house catching fire or anything. It was well under control. And after that, they started, every time I go in and out the building, he had said, Mr. Boyd, you need to stop smoking. I don't smoke, sir. Okay, so I go head on. A few days later, he says again, Mr. Boyd, you need to quit smoking.
I can't figure this out. I think he's got some chick in there that does smoke, though. So this can all be true, and he can still be completely in violation. Whatever. I don't care that much, but that's what I recall when I was trying to go through this.
See, I told you I don't smoke. I don't know who's telling you this, but I do not smoke. Next thing I know, they tell me that he come and had the inspection. So when they had the inspection, he came in and he smelled smoke. Just so happened, I was making me some marijuana cookies in the oven. So it really wasn't smoking, but you could smell it because it's marijuana. If you open the oven, you're going to smell it, but you can't smell it all out there in the hall like that. He didn't smell it until he come in to inspect his partner and sit and say, I smell smoke. I didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. I don't even think he know what the smoke really was. But anyway, I still denied that I don't smoke. So next thing I know, they told me, he said, well, you got until the 3rd to move out, or we're going to have you, the shelter set you out. I said, well, okay. The 3rd I came in, as soon as I came in the door, we don't want your rent. We want you to move. I said, what? You told me I had to the 3rd. Today is the 3rd. Well, we don't want your money. We want you to move. I said, why are you doing that? You're violating the lease. How is I violating the lease? You're still smoking in your apartment. I'm not smoking in my apartment. I don't smoke. So when I realized that he was smelling the marijuana smoke, so I called Hood. I said, is it illegal for me to cook my cookies with the marijuana? I said, I got a marijuana license from the state saying, and the doctor prescribed it to me because I have a eating problem. I can go 2 or 3 days without eating, and sometimes when you realize I haven't eaten anything. So the doctor said, well, I can't think of nothing to help you with your appetite. He said, try smoking marijuana. I said, well, okay, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know marijuana will give you the munchies and make you want to eat. So I tried that, so that did help. So I gained a few pounds. Finally, that stopped working because they kept hassling me, trying to get me out the building. That was affecting my appetite too. And when I get upset or mad about something, I just push the plate to the side. Don't want to eat no more. So I lost about 20 pounds. The doctor said, don't worry about it as long as you don't keep losing. I said, well, somebody needs to do something about this eating because don't look like the marijuana.
Yeah, no one cares.
Helping me very much. I said, well, maybe you need to smoke more of it.
Roosevelt, I don't think you understand. We are all bleeding inside, okay?
Well, I said, well, okay. I said, do help me eat, though. But skip that part.
Yeah, skip that part.
They got signs
You should skip that whole part.
all over the building. No smoking, no drinking. I don't drink and I don't smoke. Why? And the state gave the marijuana license saying that put your product in the trunk of your car and take it home. Now these people come in and they trying to say it's not allowed in the building. So why would I take my marijuana product any place else but home? I don't know what the problem was with that, but
if you didn't know, y'all stink. Okay.
To have a meeting, maybe they will give you a second chance and forgive you for this if you promise you'll never do it again. Oh no, I never do it again. If they had told me I couldn't cook it, I never would have did that. I could have took it over to a friend's house and cooked it or something like that. But I didn't think that was no violation. Cooking, you can put anything in your cake mix. It's just grass, and it's a medicine, and it helped me eat. Why can't you forgive me for this? and give me another chance. I promise I won't do it again since it's such a problem. No, we don't want that.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't think this guy's gone a day without marijuana in the last 20 years. I don't believe this doctor and the appetite story for 1 second. I just don't.
We want you out. Can you be out there by the 15th? I said, well, I don't think I can, but I can try. I can look. I said, I don't know how long. It's hard to find places these days. But I didn't think it'd be no 6 or 9 month waiting list. So I tried. So it got almost to the 15th. So I went on and told him, well, I won't be able to move by the 15th. We don't have to go to court. I said, ain't no sense in me just going out that door knowing I ain't got no place to go. The judge might have some sympathy with me, and maybe she'll talk y'all into give me a second chance or whatever. That's the only chance I got because I can't go out this door. No, I don't have no place to go. But I don't see why they don't want to give me another chance. They act like I done took your payroll or something. It's only marijuana, and it's for medical. It's not causing no harm. And I ain't heard nobody complaining about it. Some of this stuff I think they making up themselves.
Roosevelt, we're all really enjoying your stony tales. It's really fascinating, but wind it up, brother.
To make their case look better. Because I ain't heard nobody saying nothing about no marijuana or no smoke coming from my apartment. And I don't cook marijuana in that apartment every day, no way. That's every night. Don't cook it last me practically 2 or 3 weeks because I don't eat that much to get appetite. I eat a cup of brownie in a few minutes, I'm ready to eat some food. What harm could that be doing to make them so upset? Must be something personal. Why they want me out of here so bad? Then he got offended and called the sheriff and tried to get the sheriff to set me out. The sheriff said, no, you can't do that without paperwork. So now he go file some paperwork. He just determined to push me out that door. Like I done did some great harm. Cooking marijuana cookies is not that big of a deal, I don't think. And it's not smoking. I can't even stand smoke. I can't stand air. I'm allergic to air too. And I don't know why they're making such a big deal out of it. And then they letting the rent just steady go up and up and up when they just could just went on and took it and said, well, we give you another chance, just catch up on your rent and don't do it again and keep your rent up. Oh yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. I don't want to be outdoors. Then they tell me my fiance, me and her had a misunderstanding falling out. She moves out to Vegas. So we finally kept talking on the phone and we gonna give it another try. Come back, maybe we'll get married. We come back, I'm almost halfway out the door. Now she don't know what to do. She could have stayed in Vegas. Now she here. I can't do nothing to keep her. And she's staying with her auntie. Naturally, she want to be with me every day. I want to be with her every day. So what is the big deal about that? Now he tell her she can't come back no more. She done spent her 15 days. How she spent her 15 days when she only staying with me 3 or 4 nights out of a week? And she not there all day, all night then. She stayed there till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Then I take her home. I go back and get her whenever she wake up and bring her back. And that's not every day. She stayed with her auntie 3 or 4 nights out of a week. 15, if she
direct all comments and suggestions to Alyssa.
Go stay with her auntie 3 or 4 days, and then she want to come back and visit me again. That 15 days should start all over again. She still adding this 15 days on.
Oh, and I edited this too, a lot.
To that, forcing her out the door. Now we got to sleep in the car because if we want to be together, we got to sleep in the car. Now he got a problem with that. It got to be a grudge. Only grudge I can see is because I won in court. That's the only way I see it. I could be wrong. Maybe he don't like the way I look. Maybe you don't like, I don't know. But I know baking cookies in my oven is not that great a deal to kick somebody out the door coming up to wintertime.
Maybe they don't like the way the apartment smells and the fact that you smoke in there, and it violates the HUD rules and causes them liability. On top of annoying all your neighbors. I really don't think it's personal beyond that, my friend.
All right, thank you, sir. Do you have any questions for him, Mr. Friedman?
Isn't it true, Mr. Boyd, that you made an agreement with your attorney present and giving you advice that you agreed to move on August 15th?
You keep dwelling on that, man. I said I tried to move out on the 15th. How can I say I'm gonna move out on the 15th and I don't know where I'm gonna go? Don't have no relatives or nothing here. I can't tell nobody I'm gonna go nowhere on a certain
Sir, that's a
time.
yes or no question. Did you agree to that or did you not agree to it?
I said I try to be out of here by the 15th if I
Did
can.
you agree to that or did you not agree to it?
Yes, I agree to that. But I was pretty sure I wasn't gonna find no place by the 15th. It's hard to find a place, period. Now, I had a place in mind on Washington, but legal service took too long getting it, so they rent that room out to somebody else.
There's do you have any additional questions, Mr. Friedman?
I don't have any more questions of Mr. Boyd. I do have a couple of points I would make in terms of a very brief closing, though.
Well, I have some questions that I have some concerns. And so what we may end up
Prepare yourselves for no resolution.
doing is completing this on the 24th, like we talked about earlier. This inspection by inspection group, is there a report that came in from that?
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Mr. Friedman.
I'm not sure. Mr. Temple, can you unmute and answer that question?
Yes, we do have a report.
We're gonna need those reports, March 10th and March 17th. And was it inspection group on March 24th as well?
I'll have to look and see, but they would not write up the smoking. They write up the things that need to be fixed in the unit. There would not be any indication of smoking. I was present and smelled the smoke, and like he said, the man was present. But when they do units, they do not look for housekeeping situations like that. They look for light, gas, water, safety things.
But that's what you guys are asking me to make a decision about. You're asking me to make a decision based on an inspection. I'm still talking. Based on an inspection report. And what do I have proof of that?
It says in the letter, it says during the inspection, it was noted. It was noted by me. I was there. It was noted. It says in there, when we went into the unit, we smelled smoke heavily. When the report is done by inspection group, they push buttons down on things like electrical, gas, water, and stuff. But I was there present when the smoke was there. So that's why he got a notice, and he knows, and he admitted to that. His reason why he got his notices.
He just said he admitted to baking cookies. He didn't say he admitted to smoking.
He was smoking in the units when I was there.
You saw him smoking?
You can smell the difference between marijuana and cigarettes. And his fiance
I
that
do not
lived.
smoke cigarettes.
Please stop talking, Mr. Boyd. Are you telling me that you saw him smoking?
I can smell the smoke of the cigarettes.
You could
Like
smell.
you could smell it in the hallway before you even got there. Every time that was the issue why. And also the young lady that's with him smokes, and she walks with the cigarettes and stuff in her.
Oh my God, this is infuriating. It really is. He wasn't smoking. His girl was. And you know, he didn't admit to smoking. Your testimony is that he was smoking. It gets very, very specific. I mean, the judge is on top of it, but she's just trying to parse it out.
You've seen this?
Yes, we have. And since he was supposed
I don't know
to,
who we is.
well, me,
yeah,
I have seen it.
When did you witness that?
Several times, even since we agreed to the 15th, they walk in totally disrespectful to us. Smell with the cigarette thing hanging out her mouth and everything, even in the parking lots. And that's why we asked for her to leave the premises.
That's a lie too.
So, the bathroom is right around the corner, so there aren't gonna be any inspection reports. In other words, that's gonna evidence this.
That was actually, someone saw him. You know, they wouldn't have pushed that in their system. These are all maintenance style inspections.
I understand. All right. Mr. Friedman, when we come back on the 24th, I'm gonna finish this on the 24th. You can make your arguments.
Sure.
24th.
Okay.
If there's anything else that you want me to consider at that time.
Cool.
It's
I
basically-
think there probably will be, Your Honor. So we'll
Okay.
give it to Mr. Boyd ahead of time.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So we'll continue it at the same time, 3:30, on the 24th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'd say you have a good rest of your day, but
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
it's got to get a little better.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
All right. I'll see you on the 24th. Well, I think I'll see you before then, but anyway.
All right.
See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you on the 24th, sir, at 3:30.
All right, there you have it. There you have it. It's going on the 24th. It's going on the 24th. I don't know where Judge Washington is going with that. I really don't. It's not Judge Boyd. The defendant is Boyd. It's like, first of all, I'm sure there was smoking going on. Second of all, I'm sure it's annoying when he's baking marijuana. Third of all, I don't believe a lot of what he says. And then I also don't believe completely the landlord's version of it. I really don't believe any of this stuff. But ultimately, they want you gone. Don't you have to go? Isn't that just how it works? All right, I can do this. Let me put it together. I'll do it at 9 for those of you and for the 4 people who will show up for Clay County. I am not kidding when I say this. This is not up to Clay County's usual high production standards. Oh no. No. This isn't the fancy schmancy boardroom with the guy holding the camera. No. They have microphones and all that business there. They've got a seal. They've got a big table. No. This is the Lions Club, people. We are talking Lions Club. And they've got a microphone, but it doesn't work. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it. I had to jack up the volume. I did. We've got this is Clay County, but it's even more organic than usual. It's like a bad home movie. I mean, you can imagine it. It's everything you think it'll be. Okay. It's hard to understand. I think it's fairly recent. I think the last meeting we just did that Jerry skipped, I'm told, well, I'm not told because nobody knows, but the supposition by people in Clay Township is that Jerry skipped the meeting because we heard his feelers in the prior meeting because it was 2 hours long. And there was really funny bits at the beginning and end, and some good stuff in the middle, but a lot of boring stuff. So the chat just went off on Jerry, just hardcore went off on Jerry. Now it was all silly stuff. It wasn't like real, like we weren't like, lodging real accusations or anything. It was much like if you're there in the middle of the night in the weekend when I was over when I was over in Michigan, I couldn't sleep. So in the middle of the night, I get up and do one. And very, very similar. The chat just went nuts on Hippie Fest. Somebody said we're gonna have some jugglers and some patchouli and some ring toss or some crap. I don't know. And my chat was not having it. Spontaneously. It was a small crowd in the middle of the night watching Clay Township meetings, but it was hilarious. You really need to check it out if you missed that one. All right, let me put it together. I'm guessing 9-ish. I can do it. It's only a half hour, so we can knock it out. Anyone who wants to go over there, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.